strange to you. New Zealand in some ways, Aotearoa, is almost two countries. There's Auckland, and then there's the rest of New Zealand. If you go out of Auckland, you'll find that the country tends to be bicultural. That is, Maori and Pakeha or European. In Auckland, we are probably more cosmopolitan, but we're still very proud of our Maori heritage. If you come from another country, even though Maori is an official language, we don't make you learn it. But after you're here a while, you will certainly pick up some Maori words. And it's one of the things that I think makes international education so important. I've said that, particularly if you're studying business, the courses you study here will be similar to those that you would study in a number of other countries. Europe, UK, USA, Canada, Australia. Most of the business degrees are very similar. So why come to New Zealand? What's important about this place? Well, as Bill said, it's a smaller place, it's a friendly place, it's a different place. And overall, we are more concerned about people, tangata, and family, whānau. So you've come to a place where you are an individual, and it's about you and your growth. So yes, you will go out of here with a graduation certificate, and you may go back to a country overseas, but we want more than that, and hopefully you do too. We want you to have a great memory of New Zealand. You take away a warm place in your heart, and it'll always be part of your life, a great part. And of course, education is not entertainment. Education is not a holiday. And a lot of people think, oh, I'm going overseas, I'm doing this, it'll all be good fun. Education, if it's good, actually pushes you a little bit. If at some stage during your program you don't say, oh, why on earth do I do this? This is all too hard. Unless you have that experience, you're really not getting value. Do you remember when you were a little kid? You'd make lots of mistakes when you were learning things. And hopefully you had very patient parents who would say, no, don't do it this way, do it this way. And the more mistakes you made, the faster you learn. One of the things, particularly for language students, we say, don't be frightened of making mistakes. So learning is about growing, developing, improving yourself. If you get to the end and say, oh, that was pretty easy, we haven't done the right job for you. The other thing that I want to stress is that you've come, as you can see, just look around, you've come to a multicultural institution. One that is uniquely New Zealand with its heritage, but one that is multicultural. And you will have mostly people from your own cultural background and country and so on. And you're going to feel very comfortable talking with them, making friends with them if you don't know them already, because it's easy, it's safe. But I suggest to you that if you go away from here at the end of your program, and let's say you're from China, and all you've done is talk to China people and spoken in Mandarin, you've lost most of the advantage. I would say, why didn't you stay in China? You've come to a unique place, and as Bill said, and you'll hear again and again, we are family. And sometimes being part of a family is quite difficult. You know about brothers and sisters and fighting and all of that sort of thing. Families have their disagreement. But when they're threatened from outside, the family stays together. So that's what it's like here. And there's always someone in the family to help you. So there will be stresses and strains, but there's always someone here to talk to. That's the advantage of choosing an institution of our size. So a warm welcome. I warn you today we're going to get lots and lots of information, but some of which you'll remember. There won't be a test at the end to make sure that you have remembered everything and no certificates for the highest achiever, But there will be things like the student handbook, and that's been built up over many, many years. It's got lots and lots of information. So, you know that famous saying, if you can't get the remote to work, if everything else fails, read the instructions. So, if you've got a problem, get hold of your student handbook and see if it's got some information for you. But there's always plenty of people around on the staff who are able to help you. The other thing I'd say, reach out to other people from different cultures, make friends, because whilst it's not just entertainment and travel and tourism, there will be bonds, and often students go back to their countries or stay here, and they've got a network of friends across the world, as well as a qualification at the end. So, again, a very warm welcome to you all. I look forward to seeing you sometime in the future, 1 September hopefully, when we're all dressed up in fancy clothing, and I'm handing out certificates that the students always say, we earned those. And of course, if you have a disaster along the way, it's always the staff fault, the teachers probably. No, it doesn't work like that. You'll find that your teachers are your learning partners. In some cultures overseas, of course, the teacher knows everything. The teacher is always right. And it's often considered rude to put your hand up and ask a question. Our culture is different. We're in partnership with you. Our teachers are a resource, they're your friend, your mentor. So it's a shared responsibility to get you there. And then it's a team effort, it's a family effort. So that's enough from me. You'll see me around. One other thing before I finish. When we pass in the corridor, I won't know your name, you probably know mine, but that doesn't matter. We still say hello. So it's a friendly place. You're not just a student number, you're a person, and hopefully when it's all over, you'll be an alumni, and you'll also be an ambassador. Those who are doing marketing will know one of the best marketing techniques is word of mouth. So if we can send you away from here with a qualification and say, AIS St Helens was a great experience for me, you're thinking of studying, think about AIS St Helens. That's one of our aims. But the main aim is to get you through and at a professional level. We know that some private institutions try and cut corners. We don't. The standards are high. But at the end, what do you get? You get a piece of cardboard with some printing on it. It doesn't cost very much, but it's what it represents that's important. If you've had to strive for it, you know that that credential is valuable, then that makes it worthwhile. Once again, a very, very warm welcome to you all. Thank you.